Hello, my name is Jennifer Keach. I am the elected coroner for Rock County, Wisconsin. The primary mission of the coroner's office is to investigate deaths, but we also have a mission to provide public education and prevention. We have developed this suicide awareness presentation as part of our public safety series. We thank you for your interest. I would now like to introduce you to Deputy Coroner Tony Farrell, Sr.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for inviting me to your program today. It is indeed an honor and a privilege, and I am very grateful for the invitation, and it is an honor for me to work with all of you. As part of our safety series, we will be discussing suicide prevention today. First, I would like to give the latest reportable statistics for a 12-month period. 1 million individuals worldwide ended their lives. Nationally, that was 34,598. That's one every 15 minutes. However, self-inflicted emergency room visits total over 472,000 with 864,950 documented attempts. That's one every 38 seconds. 25 to 50% of the suicides had prior attempts. It is now the second leading cause of death among college students. Fourth leading cause of death ages 18 to 65. Third leading cause of death ages 15 to 24. And among young people, ages 10 to 14, the rate doubled in the last 20 years. Of the suicides, 20% were veterans, 16% were elderly, 14.5% grades 9 through 12 had considered it in the last 12 months. 80% of the men completed the act, and currently 25% of the population will consider it during their lifetime. Over 90% that commit suicide have a mental illness at the time of death. 60 to 75% had major depression, which is treatable. Each suicide will profoundly affect 6 people for the rest of their lives. 4 male suicides for every female. However, 3 times as many females attempt suicide. 96% of alcoholics who died from suicide continue the abuse to the end of their lives. And alcoholism is a factor in 30% of all suicides. And now, the unemployed commit suicide almost 3 times the national average. That's why treatment is so important. 83% of the gun-related deaths in the home are the result of a suicide, often committed by someone other than the gun owner. Firearms are now used in more suicides than homicides, and it is the fastest growing method, which now accounts for over 50%. Proper storing of firearms, of course, helps reduce the risk. It's important to recognize some of the signs. Has a person threatened to hurt themselves? Have they been looking for ways to end their life? Have they been talking about death or dying? Have they made any statements, for example, my family would be better off without me? Have they made any plans or preparations? Have they talked to any friends regarding this, or have they talked to any funeral homes regarding any arrangements? Have they been feeling hopeless? Have they had no purpose to live? Have they experienced any rage or anger or intense anxiety? Have they been acting reckless or self-destructive? Have they increased their alcohol use or drug use? Have they been withdrawing from family and friends? And have they made any arrangements recently and then all of a sudden appeared to be at peace? 50 to 75% of all suicides will give some warning. That's why it's important to take it seriously. It's important to be willing to listen. Start by telling you are concerned. Don't be afraid to ask them whether they are considering suicide, and always seek professional help immediately. Most considering suicide do not believe that they can be helped. We all have to do more. 24/7, you may call the Rock County Crisis Intervention Services at 757-5025. They do a great job, and they're excellent people. And any questions you have, please give them a call. Any emergencies, of course, immediately dial 911 and always follow up. This would be the statistics for Rock County. In the year 2007, we had 15 suicides. 2008, we had 15. 2009, we had 23. In 2010, we had 28. 24 male and 4 female, ages 24 to 88. And already in the first 2 months of 2011, we're at basically a third of that number, and we had 3 in one day. So we all need to work together to help everyone. What was alarming to all of us is that less than 25% left any notes. Suicides also increased in families where other members had previously committed suicide. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, 6 people will be profoundly affected. Also, it's important to remember that some family members were in denial, and of course others would tell us that they clearly saw the factors. Regardless, the loved ones need compassion and they need your assistance with their healing. We found 4 distinct risk factors here in Rock County, the first being history of depression or mental illness. Second, unemployment or financial difficulties. Third, marital issues. And fourth, drug and alcohol abuse. Now, they may have 1 to 4 of these conditions. In order to increase awareness in Rock County regarding this subject, I will be volunteering my time and paying my own expenses to present this message to anyone that would be willing to hear. And I also at this opportunity want to give a big thank you to all the first responders and all their dedication in assisting. What can people do? Well, you can be a friend, you can start a support group, raise awareness of the problem and resources in the community, help spread the word and help get help out there, and also call or write your local leaders and ask them to provide funding for prevention and thank them for their support. It's important to call for better mental health insurance benefits, because we all know that prevention is the key. It's important that we take one step at a time, one talk, one understanding, one compassion, all working together to help those less fortunate. Thank you.